fire, burn away the cold. I am rising from the dust, despite how much we lost. You will not take away my strength. You will not take away my strength. Shoulders, I'm showing stories told. Watch the fire burn away the cold. I am rising from the dust, despite how much we lost. You will not take away my strength. You will not take away my strength. showing stories told. Watch the fire burn away.
Good evening, everybody. We are live here. Today, we want to see some more 42 Gaming, and we want to see if they can win against the Bimsebanden. I hope I said that right, but I'm pretty sure. Warlix, what are you looking for today?
I mean, obviously, last week, unfortunate loss against Fortress. They were, I feel like they were clearly the better opponent, right? The better team that day. And, I feel like you can learn a lot from that game if you are 42 Gaming right there. So hopefully they can take their lessons and put it to work into this game. They are playing against Bimsebanden, who are currently 0-4. So you would expect this to be a walk in the park here for 42 Gaming. Obviously, never underestimate your opponent. That is a very big mistake you can be making. But yeah, I hope to see some very clean League of Legends here from 42 Gaming and put to work the lessons they've learned from their last games.
Exactly. Were the lessons learned? Do they have to learn any specific lessons? As you said, it's probably, in theory, not the toughest matchup. But anyways, I of course hope we are prepared, we are ready. As always, it will be another best of 3 that we have on our hands today. So guys, grab your popcorn, get ready. And of course, also, I'm in a good mood today, and I want to mention it, huge thanks to Vodka L in the background for doing the wonderful production and observer work. By the way, it's always a pleasure to have somebody doing that stuff in the background, makes things way easier. Sellout mode done for now.
For sure, yeah.
So Warlix, what do you want to talk about before we head into the game? We have new patches as always. I heard you rambling a little bit about ADC decisions, like the Ashe nerf and everything. Something there you want to point out for our viewers?
Yeah, I guess we kind of talked about it last week, but doesn't hurt to repeat, like coming into the new season. I personally really enjoy the meta that we're seeing right now. Because last season it was the Victor mid and the Ashe Vars in bot lane that were super high priority in the draft, right? And Riot has kind of nerfed them a little bit, but not so far that they're now just absolute garbage, which is always nice to see. But just nerfing them that little bit makes create some space for the other AD carries and mid laners in the pool. So it just means we get to see more champions being played. And yeah, I was talking about the Ezreal early on, yeah, because I think it's interesting to see that even though Ezreal has not received the buff, even the other way around, he has received 2 nerfs in a row in the last patches. But just by the fact that Ashe and Varus got nerfed, we get to see more Ezreal in the meta right now. We have a lot of poke team comps in the LEC being played right now, with the Jace top lane, the Victor mid, the Ezreal AD carry is a very, very strong trio if you can get that poke comp to be rolling. Basically becomes unplayable if you don't have good engage on the enemy team. G2. So yeah. Yeah, the poke competition can definitely work out, but yeah, that's also where we have the engaged champions, the Rel, Divide, the Sejuani, the Maokai, all of those beautiful champions that can just go in and be very effective. But yeah, there's the Sejuani, very base tattoo, by the way. And
Sejuani.
Enough waffling about champions, let's just get straight into the draft, I would say.
Oh, we are jumping straight into the draft. It is 42 Gaming on blue side playing against Bimsebanden on the red side. Again, I always struggle a little bit with the name. I'm so sorry if you guys are watching. And also talking about engage in the jungle, Valle is gone, but now also talking about engage, Zyra as a kind of counter engage option, also gone. Yeah, some weird bans around here for me personally. I think Lux is kind of a target ban, but yeah, so far everything looking just kind of normal, right?
I'm getting some PTSD flashbacks right now. It is something to do with a Scorpion. It is currently not banned, and Skarner is kind of broken. We are playing the blue side though, but the last time we decided to leave that one open, and yeah, I think we remember how that one ended. So we'll have to see if it's going to be the last ban here. I mean, I'm going to expect it to be banned right now by Bimsebanden. And if not, I hope for an is going to be picking it. It is left open right here.
Hans Sama
So-
was banned, so
Yeah, Hans Sama's
now,
banned, yeah.
honestly though, okay, I'm gonna give you a hot take. I think in the current patch, Wukong is. It didn't work last time, but I think it is okay-ish against the Skarner. I feel like. I know it's a
It
hot
happens.
take by me, but
It happens.
okay.
We locked it in.
I'm happy. Just pick the Skarner and
Yeah, we
everything
locked
is
it
fine.
in. I mean, yeah, you're completely right. You know, the Vi, the Sejuani, the Wukong, all are very good junglers, but Skarner is just something else right now.
No.
His
Skarner and
capabilities.
Wukong are way better than everybody. For me, it's like Skarner is a tiny bit better than the Wukong, a little bit. And then there's like a big gap. Wait, where's my cam? There's like this big of a gap to everybody else, honestly. I think Wukong is also really good. But yeah, all the others are meh compared to him. He can do everything. But hey, Wukong still open, could be picked. And honestly, Volibear could be the jungler here. It could also be the top laner. Now, again, call me Spice Lord 9000. It could be the support. It wouldn't be the first time seeing this. And with a Misfortune that wants to play aggressively. Oh, shut up, guys. Come on, Bimsebanden. Make me happy once. Okay, Janna support.
Yeah, I mean, I like this Kog'Maw Braum. It's a very strong duo, to be fair, in the bot lane. So excited to see how that one's going to play out. I mean, it's already a very solid draft here from 42 Gaming, right? You have a very strong jungler that can gank. You have late game and team fight insurance, and the Kog'Maw Braum combo is quite strong in the laning phase as well. I mean, they still have to be afraid of the Misfortune Janna, who are, they have a lot of burst damage and poke in the lane. But overall, I think that should be an exciting bot lane matchup. And now let's see what 42 Gaming are going to be rounding off their comp with. And, similar for Bimsebanden, it's going to be exciting to see what they can cook up here. Still the mid laners left to pick and the top laners as well. I'm expecting for 42 Gaming to have, another classic tank there, maybe an Ornn or something like that, right? Something that can just, help with the engage and just be a beefy boy there. And then for the mid lane, maybe something like an Azir, maybe something like an Orianna, some DPS, some magic damage in the mid lane. It's always good. The Victor already banned away, so not an option there. We'll see what they go with, though, as we round up the final bans here in the second phase. Yeah, I mean, I feel like 42 Gaming have, they know what they're going for. And I'm actually curious what Bimsebanden are going to go for, because they do have a lot of engage here, so they could double down, which I would very much like, right? You're already 1 foot in there with Misfortune ult, the Volibear jumping in. Let's see what they can cook up with that. Should be exciting, to be fair.
Did you know that 1000 Sterne has a huge Kog'Maw? I just read that in chat. So
yeah, well, we're about to see, I guess.
Yeah.
If that is allowed to
will be
show on
interesting.
Twitch, that is that could be something, have to be careful.
Will
with
be
that.
interesting, but now, of course, with the Syndra and the Jarvan band, I get the Jarvan band because then stuff like Orianna, Jarvan plus Misfortune would be a huge combo. Now, instead, we will see the Lee Sin. So Volibear is maybe the jungler, but maybe also a laner, and Lee Sin can flex it together with his team there with Bimsebanden. And now for us, we have top lane left and we have mid lane left. So mid lane will be picked kind of blind, but I think there are some good options here. Now, with Wei, with Victor, and with Syndra banned, I mean, and also Akali, of course, we still have
Aurora.
some strong options. Aurora is one of them, that's for sure.
Let's see if it's locked in though. Don't get casturbated. Oh, did the perfect prediction? Hey, let's go. It's gonna be the Ornn Orianna combo.
Why?
I mean, it is pretty solid, I would say. I mean, I would have liked the Aurora as well, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, Orianna has solid DPS, right? Good team fighting, and overall, I feel like 42 Gaming have a very solid team composition here. And let's see, is it gonna be the Anivia? Oh, I'm an Anivia enjoyer, and I feel like she's quite strong into the Orianna as well. So we'll see. It's gonna be the Zerath. Okay, I've not seen Zerath in a long time here. That must be like some pocket pick here, coming in through. And it is gonna be the Volibear top lane. I mean, I guess we kind of could have assumed that one after the Lee Sin got locked in for the jungle. And yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at this team composition, I'm going for 42 Gaming all the way, to be honest. I really like that team composition. I feel like Lee Sin is always like one of those champions that is, it's going to be quite difficult to play in the later stages of the game where you're playing against this Garner. If you go in, you're going to get impaled and you die. It is so difficult to survive, and you're really going to have to get those insect kicks off to really bring the value of Lee Sin. And in the early game, I mean, I feel like Skarner can gank just as well, if not better than a Lee Sin, right? So I don't know. I feel like I really prefer that side for 42 Gaming. You
Yeah.
do have the Misfortune Janna on the other side, and I feel like you really want to have that bot lane rolling because you have the Misfortune Janna, which is, they have a lot of bursts they can poke down. It's quite a strong bot lane, and you're playing up against the Kog'Maw. If you're gonna let that bot lane just have their way, farm up and skill into the team fights, that Kog'Maw is gonna be way too dangerous, and the game gets out of hand. So I feel like for Bimsebanden, I'm looking at the bot lane. Can I get this Misfortune Janna snowballing? Perhaps some Lee Sin ganks coming in there. Get the Kog'Maw far behind, and then perhaps you can snowball the game in the mid game and close it out before that team composition from 42 Gaming can really get rolling.
Stop giving them ideas, man. That's not our job here. But yeah, jokes aside, I love our way of outscaling. By the way, so like Kog'Maw has faster scaling. Like his 2 item spikes are harder than most crit ADCs that that they want like 3 or 4 items, something like a Jinx. So Kog'Maw has an insanely good scaling. Then Orianna scales just about the same with Seraph. Like the only thing I'm worried about here for our guys is to be caught off guard somewhere, or in the late game to just get one shot by one Rite of the Arcane by Seraph. And with one shot, I mean not necessarily dying, but being chunked too low so you cannot really fight anymore. Stuff like that could happen here. So I think the Seraph is the most important damage source here, just because he's not as easy to interrupt like a Misfortune. Because honestly, if you have a Skarner and he has flash up, he can just like flash impale the Misfortune, or I mean, yeah, walk through the wall first. It's not like walls are any problem for the Scorpion, right?
Facts.
He can just E into her and then flash onto her, impale her, and her ult doesn't do too much. I don't really know if Janna can react to something like that, or if Lee Sin and Volibear can react to something like that. It would be hilarious if Skarner ults Seraph or Misfortune, and then Lee Sin kicks him back into his team, and then they just yeet Seraph or Misfortune with him, and
you can have
basically
him.
Lee Sin,
Take him.
yeah, just made it worse for them. I can see it happening sometimes, because I mean, if you kick Skarner before he goes for the impale, then you did an amazing job. If you do it too late, then well, good game. You just griefed your team, But that is kind of the risk that goes with a Lee Sin. And I gotta be honest here as well. Please, Bimsebanden, prove me wrong. I hope they prove me wrong. But I just personally, below like the highest tiers of play, I just do not see Lee Sin. That's just the thing. I think there are so many great counters. There are so many strong stat stick champions. And here with Kog'Maw, Braum, Skarner, it will be so hard to get through there, because Skarner is just one walking slow. And of course, if Braum ever tags you, then you will just die as Lee Sin. So yeah, I think Lee Sin is kind of a ballsy pick here, but hey, I would love to just jump into the game and again see Lee Sin prove me that he is useful and that he just carries the game. That would be interesting, of course, but we have to see once we are in the game, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's all gonna... Let's get into the game.
Let's get into game, guys!
Yeah.
It's 42 Gaming on the blue side, playing against Bimsebanden on the red side. It is the first game today. It is a best of 3. My name is Alice Rem, and I'm here with the amazing Warlicks. Take it away.
Yeah, I mean, they're just gonna do the classic thing where they just stare at each other, and no one shall pass. It is just the boring level one, but it's, I guess, the most standard one to be pulling out. Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done, right? You make sure no one invades you. You don't get to invade either. You just handshake, and that is the level 1 right there. And yeah, I mean, I feel like that's good for Bimsebanden though, because they want this Lee Sin to get the ball rolling. And as I say that, Thornton actually putting down that ward, already spotting out the jungler there. So they already know Lee Sin is going to be up to the top side. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? We talked about it. You want to have this bot lane snowballing as soon as possible. So starting up to the top side, walking your way down to the bot side, and then going for a gank Could be effective here. Let's see actually if Tyrker is gonna skip some camps to get a sneaky gank off. Okay, the level 1 here is quite spicy.
Okay, wait, are we just running it down now? That's something you can do with
That's
the
the heal
Kog'Maw.
used already.
And I love the coordination here. We just saw the heal being used, and you're like, okay, goal is achieved. Let's turn around. We bullied them out of lane. Beautiful stuff there.
Yeah, and it's gonna make it quite difficult here. The dominance already showing here, and you really like to snowball this lane, but you can see how scared they are, right? 42 Gaming, they have full control of that wave right there. And they're just gonna get the level 2 first, which you would really like to see the other way around if you're Bimsebanden. But will be denied here by the level 1. Really nice little cheese threat there from the bot lane. I've seen a lot of 1000 Sterne fans in the chat here, so they will be happy to see that one. And they're gonna continue their dominance here. The flash going through.
We're getting the flash. We're getting everything here. And Noe might survive, but at what cost? Look at it. No flash, no exhaust, no heal. Only Jenna has the flash ready. And that is brutal.
Minimal in top lane. Oh, the flash is forced there. That is very beautifully played there from Emperor. Fulmer binding of more than Ikachu. I guess literally, because he'd be a bear.
And he
gets a solo kill anyway. Okay.
Yep.
Emperor is just flexing. He didn't have to even have to use flash for that one. He just
it's like anyway. I mean that's what happens with assassins like Ornn, right? You're not even looking, you're blinking, and Volmer just dies. And I still remember actually referring to
first bot for 42 Gaming.
Yeah, Volmer expected to hit the Sky Splitter there and get the shield, but again, he didn't respect the damage. It happens.
And Elliot being pushed away from his lane as well. Like everywhere on the map, I see 42 Gaming winning, right? We see the bot lane pushing away the Misfortune Janna that wants to be snowballing. We see the Lee Sin getting spotted out early in the jungle. Mid lane is now being pushed away from the lane. Emperor getting first blood. It's victories all around and already a 600 gold lead this early on into the game. 42 Gaming off to a hot start here this game. But let's see if they can continue their dominance here as the objectives are slowly starting to spawn on the map here. I'm gonna be, keeping an eye out on their macro, but look at the top side. Look how many wards there are on the map in the enemy jungle here for 42 Gaming. They have full vision control of that side. And, it is a beautiful thing, right? If you don't see the enemy jungler top side, you know he's bot side. So you basically get full info of the jungler with just those 4 wards. I just spotted Lee Sin cross into the bot side, or the top side jungle. So the bot lane, they know they can go aggressive here. It's gonna get a little hairy. Grison,
he's in a bit of trouble. Yeah, and he used his flash. But is it enough? Because the Janna wants to maybe flash auto attack, flash Zephy or something like that, but no mana right now, so yeah. Even though this looked kinda grim for us, look at the CS lead. And again, we're playing Kog'Maw against a Misfortune, so we are outscaling there unless Misfortune hits an absolute miracle ult. And the 1000 stars already on 35 CS now. Wait a second on top lane. Oh, no. This guy gets ran over by a train. Oh my god, man. A joy to see.
Yeah, I mean, we were all talking about this bot lane, but I guess Emperor is just stealing the show right here. He doesn't want to care.
Oh, he is. Massive lead by him here. Now the next objective, the Void Grubbies.
Already being taken here.
Yes, exactly. They just spawned, and they cannot even have a single breath of fresh air. They will instantly... they will instantly have to deal with the Scorpion, the Mecha Scorpion, and this weird train conductor guy. And it's a bit of a disaster, because on the other side of the map, Tyrker Bimse is not really starting the dragon instantly. He took a bit of time, so... Yeah, it's not a disaster, but it could have been a bit quicker, right?
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's fine. There should be no worries here. They're gonna pick up the Drake in a little bit. I was actually looking if Ticker was gonna go for like a sneaky play on the bot side instead, but like it started to look like that at the beginning. But they're just gonna go for the dragon, take what they can have, and secure themselves that dragon early on before it is too late and 42 Gaming are coming knocking down the bot lane. But yeah, they take the dragon. But that does mean Thornton actually has room here to just invade the top side of the jungle. And unfortunately, Dirk just does not have that luxury, right? Because his laners are not as far ahead here. So, it's just the small things here where there's a bit more gold going towards 42 Gaming and they keep snowballing that lead with the pressure and maybe even a dive opportunity here. It's going to be difficult on the Volibear though. I don't think they will go for it, but yeah, he's just going to go for the recall here. Taking it safe, and as a response, to the jungler being topside, we can see 42 Gaming, the bot lane, just playing it safe. They don't want to risk it. They know their jungler is not there to help them. So they're playing it perfectly here. And they already have the gold lead secured, now up to 1k here. And they know they have the scaling, so no need to rush things. They can play it slow, they can play it steady here. The macro is absolutely perfect right there for 42 Gaming. And now with the jungler being back on the bot side, they can walk back up here, feeling more confident. And yeah, you can see Dirk is just in the top side jungle. He's got like, God damn it, I have no jungle camps, I have no money. And we talked about this Lee Sin already, right? It's so difficult to play the champion, and with your laners already falling behind early game, it is just the way of the jungler that you're gonna lose your jungle camps because you just have no lane pressure, right? And it's just gonna make it so much more difficult for Lee Sin to play the game out there because he's just gonna be so far behind in items at some point. We'll have to keep an eye out here on Turker, how he's going to be able to find his impact on the champion. It's definitely a difficult task here. The bullet time coming through here, but the barrier will just deny that. Actually, Noe dropping quite low right there. Has to be careful.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's just the beauty of a Yasuo or a Braum, right? They will just eat away skills like the bullet time. Also skills like the Ornhorn, or, in better terms, the Call of the Forge God. But that's the good thing. Braum is on our side, so Emperor can just goat away with his battering ram, so that's the good stuff. And I, for 1 second, I was like, wait, where's the Lilia here? But of course, it's the teleport. I'm still not used to it, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, the new teleport. It is, still a learning curve here.
For all of us.
For all of us, players and casters alike, Let's see what's going to happen here. The teleport coming in for them here.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one. Now, technically, you would be more and outnumbering for just a second.
Oh, the
beautiful flash impale there. And even though you're trying to get away, your ADC already died, so the damage is already done. And look at the timing that we hit here, by the way. Look at the top lane. We are not even losing that much by this TP. It's beautiful League of Legends here.
Yeah, it's perfect. And you could see, like, the bot lane from Bimsebanden, they were kind of confident because they had the jungler behind them. They were like, okay, we can counter jungle this, or counter gank this, excuse me. But the teleport comes in perfectly and just denies the play entirely. And now he's just like caught off guard really, and has to be the sacrifice, unfortunately. So perfect player from 42 Gaming as they continue their lead. And yeah, Volmer does get some time alone in the top side now, get some plates, but overall, this Kokmal is having a good time in the bot side of the map here. And I would say that is more important. I guess the bright side here for Bimsebanden is that all the goal is going towards the tanks for now. So at least they're not playing up against the 3-0 Kokmal. And they're actually going to start off the grubs here. And 42 Gaming, they're not in position quite yet here, so they're going to do 96 grubs, but they're looking to fight for it.
They are indeed. But to me, it looks a bit like zoning so far. We will get grub number 4. That means we will have the little void spawns already. And now we will finally get void grub number 5. And that means, well, the same as it meant for number 4. Just a teeny tiny little bit more turret damage. But overall, still, in my book, a very successful taking of objectives. Yes, we gave away the first Cloud Dragon. But now for, the next 20 seconds, the objective will maybe be to take this Infernal Dragon as well. And if we contest that, and I'm fully a believer here that we can contest that, like 100%.
For sure.
Yeah, with that, I think we are moving a little bit closer to the victory. Unless Emperor is just going back to base and not really taking his lead over to the Dragon Pit. But again, I feel like it would still be some kind of cross-map play, or what are we really looking here? We will maybe see an insect, but no, Forden just CCing the Lee Sin forever. Tirker trying something, but this kick didn't really do too much. Now the sombrero by Highlander will not be enough to stay alive, and sadly, we took a fight when not everybody was here, but talking about everybody being here, we will see the Call of the Forge God doing a lot. Flash forward from Emperor, and he's just doing so much work, and somehow Forden survives, while a double kill for 1000 Sterne means the opposition is not that lucky. 3 casualties, 3 people in the gray screen, and again, even though I'm not happy about the way this started, it was a good fight for us.
Yeah, that ended it perfectly. Bimsebanden chasing a little too far there and getting caught. But yeah, I mean, it started a little shaky here, and I feel like the lane assignments were a little, little iffy here for 42 Gaming, but
Oh no.
they make it out. Oh.
Living artillery.
Yeah, I mean, he's going for it. Yeah, the lane assignments were a little iffy here for 42 Gaming, but it doesn't end up mattering here. So they win out on the fight here regardless. And 1000 Starter has to be careful. The Lee Sin is jumping on him, but always like 1 HP right now. Oh.
No, imagine. Okay, the shutdown goes over to Lee Sin. But you know what? It's not that bad. Honestly, 1000 Sterne will grab the Blade of the Ruined King right now.
Let's give a free ticket to the Dragon here as well. As Forden is going to be able to start that one off. So, yeah, more than worth it, to be honest.
Could be worse, right? It's not perfect, but could be worse. Look at this good guy, Griesen. Look at him.
This is
not even taking the one. Not even taking the one minion there. That is so low. he might even die for it. Oh, okay, that was a little bit of a misplay there, not hitting the Q. But does it even matter? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Oh my lord! Look at a Skarner, man. Beautiful pick. I love him.
If you're Elliot, you would be so pissed right now.
Maybe.
Yeah, I would be slamming my desk right now if I was Elliot.
Well, you're a CS player, you know, so...
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
You're used to shouting every 2 minutes. Wait, Volmer is... Oh, I'm so sorry, but... Well, he just set up Highlander for the taking there, but... Yeah, okay, yeah, he will die, but... that, I'm not sure what to think about that. You know, to me, this looked a little bit tough. Now, teleport coming in on top lane, and we will slowly see Zera flying in there, you know. Not too much happening, unless Griesen has something to say against it. Okay, flash forward, double impale. Elliot will die once again, giving a kill over to the Kog'Maw from 1000 stars, aka 1000 Sterne, aka the Cog Goat. At this time, 5 kills on this little caterpillar, and as you can see, he grew wings already. It is a full-grown butterfly at this point.
Yeah, it is starting to slip out of the hands here for Bimsebanden. I mean, we talked about how important that early game is going to be for them, and, you know, watching your Zera of MS Fortune both being 0-3 and seeing a 5-1 Kog'Maw on the enemy team. Yeah, it's not looking too bright there for Bimsebanden. It's going to be quite tough to win out on these fights. Especially with both tanks also picking up plenty of kills and assists. They're going to be way too tanky. There's no one that can really deal with them. I mean, Emperor, you could probably just, you know, tank 2-3 players here for a while and then walk away, you know. And then you still have to deal with the 5-1 Kog'Maw. So, you know, overall, Bimsebanden is going to be in a very, very tough spot here the coming minutes.
So yeah, the only thing not going completely according to plan is basically Highlander, you know, being on 2 deaths and being on only 2 kill participations. But then at the same time, this Orianna is on more than 150 CS at 16 minutes. I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. Now, also, pretty crazy, 1000 stars in the 1v1 there. He just stands in the bullet time. He uses the barrier for good measure, but honestly, he wouldn't even have to use it. And that just shows how far ahead this guy is.
Yeah, that's just the extra little bit of respect. But to be honest, it was not even needed. Yeah, just like you said. Yeah, it's gonna give them the headway into the Herald right here as they start that one off. Yeah, I mean, there is just nothing they can do. The bot tower is gonna fall in a bit as well to the minions, or most likely, depending on how low that one is. And yeah, I mean, it's gonna be so tough here. There is just no damage on the side here of Bimsebanden and Tirker. Like, it's gonna be so difficult to do anything playing this Lee Sin. The Volibear is going for a little bit of an AP kind of bruiser build as well, so is also not full tank. Yeah, the items are just lacking behind right now for Bimsebanden, and it's going to be so tough to do anything because they really needed to snowball that early game to really be doing anything into this game. And now being down 3-12 in the early game, 5k gold. Yeah, it is quite tough here for Bimsebanden.
Quite tough indeed. You know, it's funny when I'm casting and I'm on the other side of the coin, and you know the team I'm casting is losing, then I'm always just full on cope mode, right? So I gotta give it to the guys from Bimsebanden as well, because of course they still have some chances to come back if they get some good shutdowns onto Elliot Winter. But for now, that's not how you get any shutdowns, by the way. That is not. That's not. How did Jenna end up there even? I'm so confused.
Listen, I don't want to be toxic, but I don't think there's any way back here. For Bimsebanden, you're just going straight into game 2 right now in your mind, because there has to be so many misplays on the side of 42 Gaming to come back into this game. Like, it is just so difficult. Because even if they get a few kills or a few picks there, I don't think it matters anymore, because you know the scaling is still on the side of 42 Gaming, and they're like 5 or 7k gold ahead right now. So for 42 Gaming to lose this one, they would have to literally run it down.
I mean, in the ultra mega late game, like at 4 items, I think. I mean, that's a state of the game where you usually don't get, right? But I think at that state of the game, Bimsebanden is outscaling, but yeah, you can see how Noe is outscaling there, for example. Noe. Because, she wanted to say no to the Skarner and his Stinger, but no shot. Emperor, look at how dang tanky this man is.
He does not care about that ultimate.
Yeah, he can just take 3 of the shots while he's basically dead already. It's absolutely crazy, man. Yeah, how far ahead we are. You know, we usually say like slapping the enemies with our wallets, and that is certainly the truth here. But once again, I would never say it's 100% over. I would say this is like 90% over, but it's never 100%, right? You can always misplay a little bit.
For sure.
Of course, I'm pretty sure that, again, I'm 90% sure that 42 Gaming will not do that, but you know, you gotta believe a little bit. You know, like giving that dragon away, it could happen. Oh no, not landing the super smite. Okay, that is bitter. Because if you didn't know, as Lee Sin, you have one of the so-called super smites in the game. Do you know what it is, by the way?
Yeah, like the execute smite combo.
Yeah, exactly. Evelyn has the hardest one, by the way. I think she deals like 2k damage with her ult alone, so... But yeah, Lee Sin also sadly missed it. But again, I mean, I respect the try, but...
Yeah, I mean, you gotta try something at this point.
Definitely. But that means it's like 9.5 minutes until the Soul is online. And even though, like, I know I am personally a big Ocean Soul fan, I know that on paper it is not the best Soul. But here, it basically just makes Kog'Maw and Orianna unkillable with the shields they have. And we don't even have to talk about the other 3 members of 42 Gaming. Like, they are super tanky anyway, so... But I also think we will not see the Soul being taken, because I think the game should be over before that happens. But again, I might be wrong.
I feel like the game is going to be over within 4 minutes. It should be.
4 minutes? Okay, I say 7.
I mean, very possible. Maybe they want to wait for Baron. That is,
No, you said 4. Shut up.
Yeah, I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it. I hope they just take Atacon and then you just, you know, group in, push 2 lanes and...
Wait, is that Revive Tokon?
Yeah, that is Revive Atacon.
I think I have never seen the other Atacon,
Same.
ever.
Same.
I don't even know when the other one spawns at this point. I mean, still, if you kill somebody, as we can... Okay, how did I ever think? It was like 2 people against 1, but yeah, no, of course, it's a fat Emperor, it's a Ornperer, as we've read in the chat. Yeah, no, not gonna. But again, to get back on it, when does the other Otacon even spawn?
Yeah, so the one that we just saw was the Voracious one, which spawns when there is low action in the game, in the early game. So it looks at the game before or until 14 minutes. If it's low action, it's the Voracious one, which is the Revive Otacon that you just mentioned. So basically, you just get a free GA. If you get killed, the enemy takes 200 gold, but you get to go back to base. Then there's the other one, which is the Ruinous Atacon, which is if there is a lot of action, then the Impel barely missing there for Forden, but they're gonna go for the chase here.
They wanted to let you talk, but now, you should be done by now. Elliot Winter, I'm so sorry, man, but your right of the arcane usage, it just tickles at this point. You saw the damage onto Highlander, and it is just not enough. Like, I love the pick, I love the Seraph, but he has a defensive item, basically, with the Seraphs, and he has no second item, and I mean, judging by the Null Magic Mantle, going for something defensive as well, this guy will not deal any damage in this game.
Oh, the Shockwave is beautiful!
Beautiful command, Shockwave. Will it be enough, though? You're still in a 2 versus 3. Now the cavalry and the backup is here. Nice kick by a Tyrker, but it's not nice enough. I mean, yeah, his wallet is not big enough, That's the thing. With a Lee Sin, he gets outscaled fairly quickly. And that is what happened right there. We will see the Monsoon here used beautifully by the Jenna. By the way, I don't want to really say the name out loud, because that's... you can read it whenever I say Jenna, but yeah, it's kind of a weird one, kind of a dangerous one, I think. Talking about dangerous ones, Volibear is also like... We saw it in the beautiful... what is it called? Cam in can, point by point. Volmer. Jumping in? Yeah, picture in picker. Thank you, production. You see that I'm not used to this luxury. And just like that, after... Dang it, Warlix, you were closer than me. Just like that, the game is actually over. It's like... Yeah, I mean, we could have hyped up the ending a bit better, but we also had coming from like 10 minutes ago, from 2 miles away.
That game was over for me like at least 5 to 10 minutes ago, yeah. And that's... I mean, we talked about it in-game, right? You had the snowball that game if you were Bimsebanden, and from level 1 already we saw 42 Gaming go for the cheese. We saw Emperor getting the first blood and then getting another solo kill, mid being pushed out of lane. It started off so well for 42 Gaming, and they just never let go of that, and it makes it just impossible for Bimsebanden to do anything. They really had to hope for a level 6 snowball, like a gank in the bot side, but they never got to do it, unfortunately, because 42 Gaming, they knew we have the early game advantage, we have the gold lead. We can just play it slow, we can play around our vision. Is the jungler top side? Okay, we play passive bot side, They were really playing well around that. And they just never gave the opportunity to Bimsebanden, and I feel like that was absolutely perfect there for 42 Gaming. And in the mid game, they just snowballed the lead they already had. And, took the Atacon, closed it out very cleanly. So, very good game here for 42 Gaming. And with that being said, let's head into a break, and then we'll be right back here with game number 2.
Shoulders, I'm showing stories told. Watch the fire burn away the cold. I am rising from the dust, despite how much we lost. You will not take away my strength. You will not take away my strength. watch the fire burn away the cold. I am rising from the dust, despite how much we lost. You will not take away my strength. You will not take away my strength. Fire passion. I got fire passion. Fire passion.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you are ready for one more action-packed game, and I don't want to jinx it, but if the first game was any indicator for the second game, then that's all we should get for today. Maybe I just jinxed it, I don't know. And of course, new game, new draft, everybody starting at level 1 and the same gold again. So, of course, maybe sometimes you are too overconfident after a win like that. But man, talking about a win like that, Warlix, what can we even say about the game? That was crazy.
I mean, I'm gonna say if we lose 1-2 right now, I think we have someone to blame. No, but jokes aside, I mean, I feel like with an early game like that that is like the best case scenario, right? You're playing a scaling comp and you get that good of an early game in every single lane. It's just free sailing from there onwards. So for the second game, I would really like to see if Bimsebanden can, put up more of a fight, challenge 42 Gaming a bit more.
And adapt in draft.
And adapt in draft.
It was you to go over there. Oh, wrong draft. Perfect. Now we're drafting, boys.
There we go. The Skarner banned away.
No. I mean, also a side swap. We have to respect. So we will just see the Wukong now. I believe in or something spicy, maybe.
I mean, let's see. There's no Scorpion this time to be OP in the jungle, right? That has been an issue. So some more champions, and they're gonna continue with this fortune. I don't like it as a first pick. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't get it, honestly. Maybe I'm just a hater, but I feel like 42 Gaming, they had the perfect answer, and they will probably have the perfect answer once again, unless you have a different support, maybe?
I mean, they're looking the Braum Kokmo again. They have the counter. They know Braum is good against Misfortune, right? So
yeah,
they are more than comfortable. And this time around, they do have the Jarvan Orianna combo. So one problem I had with the previous team comp from Bimsebanden is they didn't have a way to deal with the Kokmo, right? You had a Lee Sin and a Volibear, and that is everything you had to do with the Kokmo. And that is just not going to be consistently dealing with the hyper carry that is Kokmo. Now you have the Jarvan Oriana wombo combo. You have the Misfortune on top of that. So I'm already liking this a lot better because now I can actually see the angle in the team fighting, how you're gonna deal with the 42 gaming team composition. So in my opinion, already an improvement, even if not a big fan of the Misfortune first pick. Um, the way I like to see it is that there's a bunch of meta champions, right? And statistically, they're probably going to be the better champion to pick, but obviously you're going to have to be able to play them and be comfortable playing with them. So clearly, Noe is going to be very comfortable in this Misfortune because otherwise she would not be picking it over an Ashe or a Varus, right? That are clearly very strong champions in the meta right now. So to me, that is a sign that they really value this Misfortune, and I hope Bimsebanden get to show me exactly why they are prioritizing this Misfortune so highly. And this time around, they have a better team composition built around it. So let's see if they can pull it off this time around.
Okay. So the way was banned. This time we picked the way. The Oriana was on our side. It will be on blue side again, but there is a side swap, so it will be in Elliot Winter's hand instead of the Zeroth this time. I feel like that's also the draft that they kind of wanted to go for right now. This time they picked the Misfortune early once again, but now they have the wombo combo. There is a... Thank you. There's the Wukong, That's... Wukong is... I told you, Scorpion, Wukong, and then this kind of gap towards everybody else. Now, of course... No, screw it. I wanted to argue like, okay, yeah, Jarvan has some synergy with Oriana, but hey, with Wukong, you even have an invisible ball delivery. Like, that's even 10 times better. So I just prefer the draft already. I think it's not as big of a gap compared to last game. I feel like Bimsebanden, they got what they wanted, kind of, but still, it's like, yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know. Not too happy.
Is the Bard gonna be the answer though? That is
no.
No.
Maybe. Prove me wrong. I mean, this time the supporter has to prove me wrong and not the jungler. So hey. Okay, all right, is what our last pick says. That's for sure. But I mean, if this gets locked in, then that's just Giga Chat. But yeah, Ramos is a good pick against Renekton, but Malphite is even better.
Yeah, so I mean, we have a very similar team compare, I would say. Just a few champions switch out, but they do the same exact thing. And I feel like for Bimsebanden, they got the upgrade, right? They have the better team comp now compared to last game, I would say. At least they have some team fight tools here to deal with this Kokmal. And as with every single, wombo combo team fight composition, it's all about execution. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've had plenty of those games in my solo queue where I'm like, yeah, sick. We have a Malphite, we have an Oriana, a Yasuo. This combo is gonna be sick, And then you go into the game, you're like, damn, we pulled off that combo how many times? Like one maybe? And then it was like, one guy, and you're like, yeah. So didn't really work out.
I gotta be honest here though, whenever the top laner is a key component to it, and the Renekton is not a key component, I feel like, when the top laner is a key component, then it is kind of tough. But if it is only the other 4 champions, then it is a lot easier. That's what I think. So, but of course, in order to successfully pull off those combos, you need to be first at the objective. That means you cannot lose the lanes. And, well, I have bad news for you, my friends on the blue side, my friends at Bimsebanden. They kind of lost lane. That's what I'm trying to say, but I don't want to say it because again, yeah. Okay.
Hey, but something about we all start with 0 gold, or well, not 0, but 0 CS. New game, new chances, new opportunities. Who knows what Bimsebanden can do this time around? I mean, I feel like last time it was definitely like a big draft gap. To be fair, regardless of the early game. So yeah, I mean, let's see if they can do it this time around with this improved draft. I'm gonna be very honest, like this draft is like a million times better. They finally got what they wanted, what they needed, to be honest. Now they just have to make it work here. And yeah, falling behind is gonna be quite tough here because you do want to have that burst damage, that pop, right? You have your ultimates that you want to have the burst damage with. So if you fall behind in items, you're not gonna have the damage that you need. And as you said, if you fall behind, you're gonna have to walk into the objectives instead of having the control already and having all the vision set up. That would make it so much easier for you as well. So let's see how they can fare in this early game. We saw the level 1, the cheese strat from our bot lane last time around. Worked out perfectly. I mean, surely they can't just do it again, right? They're going to be ready for it this time around. So maybe they got some more cheese for us, What do you think?
I mean, if the Kog'Maw isn't enough cheese already, then I don't know. There is a lot of cheese potential with a Braum always, anyways. You can always try to go for something. And I want to highlight this one moment in mid lane when he basically just flashed onto the enemy Xerath together with the Skarner, and he missed his most important skill shot, but it doesn't matter. You're Braum. You can also just auto-attack if you flash onto the enemy, and then tag him anyways with your passive, and you know what? Then, well, you're just dead. You are destined to go into the gray screen and have a 30-second break. And yeah, I feel like Braum is vital to the success, especially against the Misfortune, right?
Yeah, very true. And actually, I'm very excited to see the Wei. I really like Wei as a champion. The champion with 10 different abilities, so I hope you know the names of all of them, Alazrum.
No.
Cast a nightmare right there.
Spiraling Despair is the ult, that's all I need to know.
Fair enough, yeah.
Everything else is luxury.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Red circle thingy, shield thingy, fear thingy, yeah, abilities. But yeah, no, I really like Wei as a champion. I enjoy playing him. I enjoy watching him being played. There's a lot of creativity on that champion, and actually he can be kind of busted. The range on the QW, whatever that is called, is quite big. And he does a lot of damage here, and in team fights he can definitely pop off as well. But playing against the Orianna might be a tough lane matchup. We'll see how that one is gonna go. The good thing is Wei does have decent wave clear in his kit to deal with it, but the Orianna poke in lane might be a bit too strong. But we'll find out. Let's hop right into the game and find out what Bimsebanden has in store.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching, everybody in the chat, I want to hear your cheers for the blue side team, Bimsebanden, and the red side team, 42 Gaming. They almost walked a little bit into a trap, or fully into a trap, but they were ready. And now we will see some wards in Tirker Bimsen's jungle. Don't forget though, the wards will not give any more XP. That is also the main reason why many people like to start without the lens, but with wards in the very early game. Like sometimes even just until the first reset, and then as jungler or support, you might as well go for the Oracle lens. But yeah, so far it's not as punishing to get the early ward removed, so that is an interesting threat and an interesting fact, of course, for everybody. And guys, this game will decide if the action is over already once the Nexus explodes, or if we will have a deciding and a hype game number 3. Of course, for the content, I would like to see a third one, but if 42 Gaming just has another great 1000 stars, 9000 Sterne performance, might as well just go for the 2-0 and keep it simple for today.
Yeah, no cheese in the bot lane this time around. To be honest, I don't think Malphite bonks just as hard as the Ornn does. But we'll see about that one. Maybe Emperor has something to say about that one. See if we can get another solo kill on the top side. But hopefully Volmer has learned his lesson. And he's actually going to go for the aggressive trade. Renekton, not a champion to be messed with in the early game. And well, here continues the cheese there. The Kog'Maw so strong there. 1000 Sterne looking for the kill.
Oh my god!
The Ignite popped as well.
Oh my god! Will somebody die? No? Okay, nobody will die. Whew. Okay. My blood. Ah,
That is 2
that's
flashes
not good
used
for my
though.
heart. Yeah, that's not good for my heart though.
Dirker is here though. It's gonna be difficult though. Oh, he can't hit the
Nope.
flag and drag.
Nope. He didn't fully commit. But I think he realized that his team was in an awkward spot because, yeah, the bot lane was not like they were kinda there, but not really. If you know what I mean, right? They were like, in a macro sense, they were there, but they weren't positioned properly, like perfectly to instantly follow up. And the bot lane from 42 Gaming was kind of close to the turret, so I think it would have been a really messy fight. Now, instead, we will just see the blue buff being taken away. And that is still a small consolation prize. But of course, I think that's just okay. You know, if you know how to react properly in the shoes of Forden, then it's not really, too bad. Oh god, flashing on bot lane. Yeah, this has to be at least 1 kill. Forden is like, yeah, okay, sure, grab this one. I will turn around and take the Scuttle Crab. A beautiful first blood once again. I love it.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy here for 42 Gaming. They know they've already popped both flashes, and Noe and the Bard are just a little too far up, and they just get punished for it. And there's also, oh, are they gonna go for this diver? Tierker, he wants revenge on the other side of the map, and Emperor is looking to fight his way out. He still has the shield. Oh my god, the flash is perfect.
Now
No
Tirker
way,
will
Emperor.
tank
Oh,
the
he still doesn't
turret.
get it. Okay,
Nah,
he gets
Bulmer,
one at least.
guys. No, but that's a disaster. I mean, we are biased for 42 Gaming here, but then we can say it was a disaster. Like showing up on top lane, spending all your jungle time, still being on level 3, and now dying to the Wukong possibly. Oh my god. Yeah, he can. He can only watch.
He can only
Man,
watch.
if Forden
What? He's
knew.
going in? There's no way he gets away with
Okay,
this.
the heal though, the heal is huge, and Renekton also showing up. It is a Wukong though, but his Warrior's Trickster is still on like 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh my god, he has to make insanely good use of it. Nope, will be up too late. The early game cooldown is too much. And that is like, honestly, the first major mistake I see this entire game day so far from 42.
At the same time, though, I can't blame him. Why would you expect Dirker to still be in that bush after you watched him just be like 1 HP? You expect him to recall, right? So I can't even blame for
Yes! That was such a coin flip, dude!
If you don't get that smite, you are a dead man and you look so silly.
Yeah.
But it ends up working out perfectly
Yeah.
right there.
Well, Kowalski analysis. What are you thinking so
Kokmo,
far?
go shoot, flash ignite, go base Noe.
Yeah, good analysis. Now Rico, take the, I don't know, what does he usually, like the bomb, firecrackers, you know?
Yeah, and now bot lane has no pressure anymore because you had to carry it. Well, there is a solo bolo topside again.
You can't die like that to the mountain. Oh my god. That has to feel so bad. But once again, I said it about the Ornn, I will say it about the Malphite. It's just the same. Oh yeah, it's just a tank, right? It's not that scary, right? He can't really burst me down all of a sudden, but
Bonk.
it is yeah, bonk. Dead. Oh, it feels so bad.
Alright, let's see about these Gerbies though. Bimsebanden looking to reply on the other side of the map here as 42 Gaming had secured the dragon. But, I mean, 42 Gaming, they don't have some members around. It is a man disadvantage though. And they're just gonna give it up. They know they don't have to force the issue. And they know they can just they can continue to be really aggressive bot side here. As the Bard is roaming up to the top side, so no, maybe under a bit of pressure, but they're actually just gonna reset here, which, I mean, I feel like you could have used that time to pressure the Misfortune out even more. But yeah, the reset is gonna come through here. Let's see what this Kokmo is gonna be able to buy up here. The attack speed boots here. Berserker's Greaves bought up. That's always nice to have, the movement speed and the attack speed. We already saw what 1070 can do when he goes in. Imagine the extra movement speed and attack speed to, gap close even more. That is quite dangerous here for the bot side of Bimsebanden. But overall, they do still secure the grips on the top side, and we actually got to farm a little bit under the tower. But even then, a 15 CS lead here for 1000 Sterna. We already saw the dominance in the bot side, so guess not too surprising. The mid lane being dead even here, to be honest. It's just a farm fest as they try to reply on everything that has been happening on the map here. And yeah, when you look at the top side, you do look at a 2-1 mountain here that is pretty comfortable right now. Emperor showing up the previous game with a solo bowler, doing it yet again. And, even taking the luxury of just strolling into the enemy jungle. Because why not? You're a big mountain. What are they going to do?
Well, run away in fear. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to pick a Gwen into the mountain because a scissor beats. No, wait, that's not how rock paper scissors work. Then how do you? Dang it, man. Now, honestly, Renekton should be kind of fine, but it just means you cannot disrespect. Talking about disrespect, now, okay, hold up a second. Grison goes golden and needs to somehow get away here. The Cataclysm is still ready. Grison has flash, but will just, do the proper decision to not use it. Meanwhile, talking about not using things, the command shockwave is used in mid lane. And that means, Highlander didn't really take too much damage. Oh, maybe we already a bit of the clone gets Cataclysm though. And Forden flashes out here, Highlander just doing this drive-by style and grabbing one kill, maybe grabbing another one. Yes, getting the shot down. And Elliot, this guy has to be so sad because this time he plays the lane just fine. And now Highlander with a good roam grabs 2 kills on another lane. And meanwhile on top lane, the Braum says hello, greetings traveler. Volmer still has flash, still has some good opportunities to get out of there. Okay, I'm suddenly not too sure about it anymore. Will he still try to get away with the flash maybe, or will he just accept death? Beautiful stop there by Volmer, but he will finally be forced to use the flash. He waited way too long for that, in my opinion. But now, we have 2 members with a blue HP bar showing up on top side. So Bim, they might want to look for something here. Oh no, Tirker got juked so hard. And I'm so sad to say it like that, but 42 Gaming just make Bim look like they are missing all the skill shots, man.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but Turk also kind of got outplayed in that bot side fight, right? Where Thornton had the clone ready. The Cyclone being used to perfection, and Sterna is once again having fun in the bot side of the map here. You can see how tough it is out there for Noe. And yeah, overall, 42 Gaming looking to make quick work of this game as well. But first of all, the Shockwave has to be forcing away the flash here from Highlander. But not too big of a deal here. It is all about, you do force the flash right now from Highlander. Now I want to see if Bimsebanden can actually punish that, right? If you're just waiting 5 minutes for that flash to be up again, what did you really gain? Nothing, right? But if you can punish Highlander right now that the flash is down, it's an immobile champion. You have the champions to punish him with, right? The Jarvan in the jungle, flag and drag. Nice kill setup with the Shockwave. I want to see if they can put it off. And well, they're putting it off right now here in the mid lane.
Okay, that's an important shutdown though. That is such an important shutdown. Now, can we get some revenge kills? Well, the Bard looks a little bit dead to me with the clone getting double slapped. The defensive Cataclysm to make sure Tirker Bimse cannot flag and drag towards his flag. Meanwhile, on bot lane, 1000 stars literally has to press W and auto attack twice, and that is exactly what he will do here. Noe just not respecting, hoping the Renekton comes in quicker, faster, but this teleporter was not it, Chief, because, Renekton was there a little bit too late. The W cooldown from the living artillery was just too quickly up again. And meanwhile, we are just grabbing all the objectives, by the way. And, Elliot also kind of an objective right now, getting knocked up into the air and getting electrocuted by Highlander's W there. Oh my god, man. This is just... I mean, it's not a stomp like the first game, but we have a clear trend so far, and that worries me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it speaks volumes if you get solo killed as an AD carry underneath your tower at 11 minutes into the game. by a Kog'Maw. 1000 Stern is having an absolute banger of a series right now. He is having his way with this Kog'Maw. And, he's kind of popping off here.
Basically, an answer to me saying I am worried. So well played to the Renekton. But there is still a lot of work to be done to like be even or even ahead in this game.
Yeah, I like how I was hyping up 1000 Stern in there, and then we watched a replay of him dying. But yeah, I mean, it happens, right? He has his Blade of the Rune King complete right now, so he's looking to pop off on those team fights as well. But yeah, like you mentioned, it has been 42 Gaming picking up all of these objectives as well, except for the Grubbies. Those are in the hands of Bimsebanden. But now 1000 Stern heading towards the mid lane, looking to extend his advantage here. That is what you often see with the AD carries, right? Moving away from the bot side of the map where it is such a long lane. It's scary. There can be teleporting crocodiles coming at you. Oh, Highlander! The Spiraling Despair, can the Bardal save? No, I think it was a little too late. Not too sure.
Oh, good flash though. Good flash. That looks like no, Elliot is walking right into it. He will not die though. He holds up the calculator into the webcam and says, guys, all calculated. In the end though, yeah, Highlander will be traded for Elliot. And we also had some action in the top side of the map. Also interesting, by the way, I cannot see a single feat of strength boot so far. So
no, I think they just got it.
Yep, I just wanted to say this will be the deciding factor. And it's pretty late at 14 minutes for it, right?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it depends on how fast-paced your game is, obviously. But yeah, it will be collected right there by Bimsebanden. I mean, I feel like overall, even though Highlander did such a good job there, playing 1 versus 3 on the bot side, got a solo or a trade kill at least. Just by the fact that everyone from 42 Gaming was on the top side, man, that Noe just got to have his way, and the mid wave got the mid tower as well. So yeah, I feel like overall that's a win for Bimsebanden there.
Oh well, oh well. But I'm so confused. Are the boots upgrading once you go back into base or something? Because none of the teams have the upgraded boots right now. So that is confusing me, but maybe I'm just overthinking it.
Wait, maybe they...
Free objectives are still missing.
Yeah, you're
right. No, wait, they do. They are still missing 6 grubbies against 2 dragons.
Yeah, so it's next objective. I thought I heard the sound that was... it's probably because it's the sound that them securing one of the feats.
Sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. 1000 Sterne flashing out.
That's my bad. I just confused the hell out of both of us.
Yeah, no.
But regardless. So next objective is going to be the call for the feats of strength. Oh, Highlander is behind them.
Okay, interesting. Walking in there. Now, who will die first? Greason flashing out of there. Will maybe be able to get out. Oh, Tinker trying to tickle him and will finally... No, he will not be... He will be able to grab him, but meanwhile, yeah, we have a double kill for Tinker Bimsen. But at the same time, I mean, what are you waiting for there? What are you waiting for? Can you take this fight? It is a 3 versus 3 right now. Wukong on the chase and on the case. Now, Bard and Renekton, they want more though. They are going in there. Highlander struggling to stay alive. And Volmer on this Renekton, even though he had a rough laning phase, now he looks super duper strong. Chasing down Forden. But man, yeah, there's a reason why I am always praising the Wukong right now, because that is just a powerhouse of a pick. And of course, if you are a powerhouse of a pick, you will also have not a single problem getting the heck out of a sticky situation.
Now we go for round 2.
Are we though? Volmer? Oh no. I was just praising him. Oh, I was so happy with him. Now beautiful knock up there from Emperor. The bullet time could be huge, but will it be huge enough? Do we have enough damage on the side of Bim? And I don't think so, Warlicks. Nobody died. Forden, yes, he dropped kind of low. Same for Greason, but they were not dead. While at the same time, Volmer and Tirker Bimse, they had to greet the fountain. Even though I felt like Volmer and Tirker Bimse, they played really good the last minute, but now they met their demise.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start anymore. That first fight lasted so long that 1000 Sterling got to respawn, come back, and then win the second fight, basically. So talking about extended fights, that's definitely one of them.
Yep.
But you know, to just start off with that first fight, since I think we'll have a bit of time to talk about it. Um,
Well, we have to talk about Forden stealing the objective, by the way, and securing defeats, by the way.
True.
I think that's kind of, again, I think feats are overrated, but it's really nice to have. That's for, especially with this third dragon. But now, of course, you can talk about whatever you want, because I just wanted to point that out. And I mean, chat pointed it out anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it started off with the average ADC gameplay where everyone jumps on the AD carry, and then both AD carries die. But the difference maker was that 42, they had a contingency plan. They instantly jumped on top of Elliot, whilst, Bimsebanden, they were chasing down the support. So, I would say small advantage at that point for 42 Gaming, until Highlander was out of position and Volmer, flashed on top and did, Renekton things, so to speak. And, by that time, everyone respawned and we went for round 2. And that's when 1000 Stern was like, haha, you no longer have your cooldowns. And I'm a fat Kog'Maw, so goodbye. And, oh yeah, and obviously Forden stole the objective. Oh, Emperor! Oh no!
Oh, he
He's
does a
not
good
gone
old
out.
switcheroo, but now... Ah,
Oh.
can he? I mean, he survives for a ton of time. But at the same time, the Tempered Fate will just do the trick there. Meanwhile, in mid lane though, 1000 Sterne grabbing a kill onto the enemy ADC. And honestly, I think that is a trade that we are willing to take.
Yes, exactly. Oh, is that a little too overzealous here? We'll find out there. Maybe not.
Maybe. Griezen in a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, more importantly, 1000 Sterne dying, so only Highlander would be the carry that is alive, but he's not even here. So nothing left for Jordan than to just try to run away, to trick the enemy with his clone. But I think here it's more about how much time can you waste and not really about can you survive. And that is a huge shutdown onto Tirker Bimsen. So, like ignoring all the objectives, it's actually fairly even game right now.
Yeah, I mean, literally, gold is dead even. And I feel like, starting off with that play, I really liked what 42 Gaming were doing. They noticed, obviously, Emperor is kind of having 3 people on him, so they know they have the man advantage in the mid lane. They have to press that issue, and they actually find the kill that they wanted. They get the mid lane Terror Tower, and like you said, it was a good trade. But after that, they just overstayed for a little too long. They, disrespected a little bit because Highlander was actually resetting towards base, and well, with not having your mid laner right there means you're gonna just lose that fight. And that is really where 42 Gaming made their mistake in that one. And actually, look at it. It is the other Atticon. It's the Ruinous Atticon, not the Voracious one. Actually, the first time I've seen it. So,
What does he do? What the Otcon doing?
what the Atticon doing? Well, it doesn't revive you. It actually gives you a plus 25% bonus increase on all the stats that the epic monsters give you. But oh, he dodged it.
Yeah,
He's
he knew
fine.
that you were talking, so
Yeah, he knew that I was talking. He had to, not get into a fight.
Yeah,
So yeah, it gives you
true
25%
gentleman.
increase on the buffs from the epic monsters, and it also spawns a bunch of the Bloody Rose petals for you to pick up. So that's always nice to have.
So another stat stick. I think Highlander is really fond of stat sticks because one of those is in his face right now. And, the stat stick has a lot of stats. He will be feared and will run away, though. Now Emperor is showing up. Elliot also has teleport ready in case he feels like joining. Cyclone, pretty massive, throwing up everybody. And again, Volmer and Tirker Bimse are kind of fat. So Emperor just jumping in, interrupting the bullet time. Good stuff there. Now the backline and the frontline, they have 2 different fights right now. The shockwave was pretty good, but it was not good enough. Not killing anybody again. So many members are low, but nobody dies on the side of 42, and that just shows that they are a little tiny bit better at team fighting. Oh no, are we trying something there? Highlander, you are being spotted flashing over the wall, but he was ready for it. Gulag player will have a tough one now. I said the name anyways because I don't know, man. This Bard, I'm not too big of a fan. Like, yeah, his Tempered Fate did stuff sometimes, but that's about it, right?
I mean, I feel like it all starts with that Misfortune first pick, right? It just means you can look into Kog'Maw Braum again, and you're feeling pretty good in that both side of the map. But regardless of champions, the dragon here being started off, and that is gonna be the soul here, and that will be pretty massive here on the side of 42 Gaming, and it is so massive that the game is gonna freeze and cannot comprehend how big that will be for 42 Gaming.
Oh well. Oh well. We have a little break. I have to sit up straight here once again because
Yeah.
I like to basically look at Warlicks when I
No, we're going back into the game.
Perfect. Perfect stuff. A little stretch for me.
Oh, Turk is going for the steal. Can he get it? Can he get it?
Oh wait, that is a hot one.
He gets it!
Oh, he gets the steal. Oh, that is so important. Not getting the best soul in the game. Yeah, it will be an expensive one. The Tempered Fate. Look at it. It did nothing. It did nothing once more. Call me crazy, but Bard was not the answer. And now the Bard is probably thinking the same. Like, yeah. I mean, Bard is not the problem, but it's also not the answer, right?
Yeah, exactly. That is a good way to put it down, but he is going to be dead here. Oh, never mind.
He can't get away.
Yeah, I mean,
he's good at self-peeling, right? We have to give him that, but just not dying is not really doing anything. Now, keep your eyes glued on the map, because now, are we going for the Atacon? Are we going for... Yeah, okay, we're just resetting here on 1000 stars. He probably wanted his next item. But maybe Tirker Bimse is saying hello. He has no flag and drag ready right now, so this should be a tough one, and this should be a losing fight. He tries to waste the time for his flag and drag to be up again, trying to slow down with the golden Aegis, and now 1000 stars looking kinda dead to me, unless... No way, such a close one. The explosion will maybe be enough.
He gets it.
And even though Tirker Bimse tried to run away and juke him, he had no possibility of doing so. Listen. But still, I mean, killing the Kog'Maw, it has to feel worth it, right?
Yeah, that's worth it for sure. It slows down 42 Gaming here. I was gonna say, if he actually didn't instantly pick up the heal from the Bard and let it, charge up a little bit, maybe he would have lived. Who knows? It's all in the details, That is League of Legends for you, or any competitive sport or esports for that matter. But yeah, okay, we're going back into the balls. Legal balls right there. Hey, I mean, it looks pretty cool though. But yeah, with that, with 1000 Sterna being taken down there, that does give the opportunity here for Bimsebanden to roll out onto the map. We can already see them in the top side of the map. The Baron and the Otacon at the same place here. So they can set up their vision control here. They know they don't have a Kog'Maw to deal with, so they have the lead here. And they can set up the vision, and we've talked about it. If you have the vision, you have the control of the area. You have this Orianna combo here, and perhaps you can cook something up with that. We are slowly starting to get that gold lead into our favor, though. With that fight of the dragon, yes, you do deny the soul point here for 42 Gaming, but it came at the cost of 4 players dying and also a few towers. Look at a few replays in the meantime here. Really, going all the way back, man. I feel like this was ages ago.
Oh god, flashing on bot lane. Yeah, this has to be at least one kill. Forden is like, yeah, okay, sure, grab this one. I will turn around and take this Goblet Crab. Beautiful first blood once again. I love it.
And actually, like a small thing here is that the Jarvan, I mean, it's, started off at the both side of the map here for 42 Gaming. They know they've already pulled both very far behind into the jungle because he stuck around the both side for quite far up, and they just got punished for it. So Forden knew he was at some point going to go back to the top side. He knew he was able to get that gank off here, and Emperor, he wants revenge on the other side of the map, and Emperor is looking to fight his way out. He still has the shield. Oh my god, the flash is
now Tirker will tank.
He's almost getting that double. He was so close here. Very beautiful played by Emperor.
Well, Kowalski analysis.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every clip we're watching,
Kog'Maw
go shoot, flash ignite, go base Noe. Gaming, and that just They have been dominating this bot side
yeah,
the entire
good
game and the
analysis.
game before
Now,
this as
Rico,
well.
take the.
So definitely
I
shout
don't
out
know
to
what does he
Greason and
usually
Sterna
like the bomb
for their performances
firecrackers, you know.
this
Yeah, and now
series,
bot
'cause
lane
they've been
has no
doing
pressure
absolutely
anymore because you
amazing.
AD carry
And the
it.
solo bowler there
Bonk.
from Emperor just bonked.
Yeah, you need
Just
to pick a
bonk.
Gwen into the mountain
Yeah,
because
and I feel like we have not really talked about the mid laners that much because they have just been farming and responding to any fights that are happening around them. It has really been around the bot side of the map and Emperor getting his solo kills on top of that. And this is the place where they finally get punished here, and the Tempered Fate actually being very useful here. So I guess the Bard's useful, question mark?
again, he is useful, but he's not like turning everything around completely. But again, you cannot just blame this on. You cannot only blame it on the pick itself. Of course, I think the pick is decent. I think it's not perfect, but yeah, it's not only about the picks. It's also about the gameplay. Right now, Forden almost getting into a sticky situation, but turning it around beautifully. And that was when Highlander got the drive-by kills, walking into bot lane and just pressing some buttons. Basically, he got the
Outplayed.
kills on a silver platter here. That just feels good.
Those are the best roams if you're playing mid. Getting that free double kill down on the bot side. And that is where they finally punished Highlander when his flash falls down, and I called for it. Sorry, Highlander. Maybe I gave you bad karma there. Yeah, they eventually traded out, and I think they get the dragon after this as well. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I mean, loads of these fights have just been both teams focusing on the AD carries. You can already see 1000 Cerna being focused down there. And I mean, it's going to be more of the same here. I'm pretty sure both AD carries are going to die in just a little bit. We can see Noe on the bottom side and 1000 Stern on the top side, where both AD carries just get instantly jumped on and popped. But like I said here, the contingency plan, Elliot being caught out here. You can see all of 42 Gaming ready to pounce on the next target. That was not the same case for Bimsebanden. And then we have the extended fight here, where Forden obviously gets a beautiful steal here on the Rift Herald, which secured the feats of strength for his team as well.
Yep,
And they
we can see it right here. Yeah, just
to clean it up as well, the fights.
Bro, I love how much bonk we have. We have like Malphite ult, just bonks, and then we have the Wukong Q, it just bonks, We have all those bonks, and they are bonking to perfection at this point.
Yeah. And this was the small overstep here for 42 game. You can see Highlander still just walking up to the mid lane. Just overstepping a little bit and getting punished for it, as they should be, to be honest, And eventually Forden will be dropping here as well. And Highlander is just walking back to mid and is going to be scratching his head and be like, guys, pretty sure I called it's going to go base. I don't know why you guys are fighting. Yeah, this is the very beautiful fight there by 42 Gaming. This is where they get to jump in first. They don't have to worry about the Jarvan or Yana because the Jarvan is not using the flag and direct to engage. He's using it to disengage. It's providing so much safety here for the Kokmol. And also shout out to 1000 Stern in this fight. He actually played really far back there and made it so much more difficult for the re-engage to happen. And yeah, you can see both Noe and the Bard there just kind of like, yeah, you engaged on the Kokmol, but I can't really help you. So unfortunately, for Tyrker, even though he had the engage, no follow-up. And this is where he actually gets a seal. Very important seal, in my opinion. I mean, it comes at a high price, though. 4 players being taken down here. 42 Gaming realizing they don't have the objectives on their side of the map. You would have to walk all the way to the top side. So instead, they just push up both waves here, get the tower, and get themselves some more gold. And yeah, with those fights around the Herald and this one around the Dragon, they really got the lead in their favor. Tyrker getting his solo kill here and Sterna getting his revenge. I mean, I'm still gonna say it. If you waited out that Bard heal a little bit, then perhaps he could have lived. To be fair, that's actually the more the fault of the Bard player healing directly on top of the Jarvan. But yeah, small things, small details. Amber going we're still into the waiting room here. The pulse hack,
Yeah.
Fnatic pulse hack. I don't know if you're familiar with that one, but
Tell me about it.
tell me about it. It's the Fnatic pulse hack. It's where Fnatic pulses the game, and then they unpause, and then they win.
No, wait. How does it work?
Yeah, it's magic. I mean, can't leak the secret, am I right?
How do I learn that for my solo queue games?
This is Fnatic manager speaking here. Please delete. But yeah, now it's all going to be about closing out this game cleanly here for 42 Gaming, because last time around when we were the first game, we were at like 50 minutes. We were like, yeah, this game is over. This game is pretty dead, because no matter where you put it, 42 Gaming outskill the living heck out of that team composition. There's no way back in. This time around, though, you still have the Jarvan, you have the Orianna, you have the Wombo combo on your side with the Misfortune as well. And even though Misfortune is, struggling quite hard right now, if you do let that comeback come in, she gets 2-3 items, that ultimate is going to start hurting a lot, and she can absolutely pop off and come back into the game. Late game Misfortune hurts a lot, so for sure this time around, I definitely see more angles for Bimsebanden to come back into this. And even though we're here for 42 Gaming, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think they have had the cleanest macro. Even last game, they were just so far ahead it just didn't matter, right? They could do whatever and they would still win because they had, quite thick wallets. And we are going back into the game here, so I don't have to speak about wallets anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna be focusing on 42 Gaming here and their macro here. Let's see if they can close it out cleanly. They have the 5k gold lead. Now, can they close it out without any issues? That is the question. The Otacon and the Baron on the same side of the map, and the pinks are going loose here. That means Alisrim, you can take it away.
Oh yeah, I can certainly take over. Even though Tilker Bims doesn't look like he really wants to be there, just flags and drags out of there. Volmer going golden here, and he will be trapped instantly. Greason jumping forward. Beautiful shockwave, but is it enough? It is enough to disengage, that is for sure. And even though we saw a lot of skill shots, auto attacks, and ults flying around, nobody was harmed in the recording of this team fight.
Teleport coming in though, the pressure is on here. They are not sure if the Baron is being started. Bart can now confirm that is not the case, but he is in a lot of trouble here. Magical portal being used here, but he's still trapped inside his own jungle.
It's such a tough one. It feels like every member from the blue side will be hunted down. Highlander could be in a bit of trouble, but also could Volmer be. Suddenly he finds himself in all of the enemy team members. And that, of course, means no chance to survive this. And now there's basically an all-you-can-eat menu where we are right now for 42 Gaming. And the Kog'Maw, he will gladly devour every last thing he can get. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, he's going for the steal. Nah, we will not let it happen. Okay. Nah, okay, yeah. Just playing it clean, making sure no stupid misplays. Again, I have to respect the try. I have to respect dedication because, it's better to take the risk and have a play that works in 25% of the time instead of just watching and losing the game. But yeah, I don't know. This is such a tough situation to be in if you are not 42 Gaming, because for them this game just looks so much better than it has the last 27 minutes.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, I don't want to jinx them. I'm not gonna cast curse them, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough here for Bimsebanden if they want to hold on to their dreams for a third game. And the Hextech break spawning in just under 30 seconds as well, and that is going to be that soul point. Last time it got stolen away, but this time with the Atacon and the Baron on the side of 42 Gaming, it's going to be quite tough here to defend here. Highlander being caught out here by Tirker, but no damage to be talking about. Elliot now caught out as well on the other side here, and well, there's definitely plenty of damage on the 42 Gaming side, that can be said with certainty. And now the Dragon spawning up 5 versus 4 here on the map for 42 Gaming. You can hear the pings going crazy on the minimap here. The communication is flowing through here for 42 Gaming as they look to close out the game. They don't even care about the Hextech break. They just want to murder everyone and get home, or, well, get this game over with. They are already home, obviously. You get the point here. They are done waiting around, but it's just going to be the Inhibited Tower. They're not gonna go full aggressive mode here. They're gonna slow down a little bit again. They don't want to risk it all on this one fight. Tirker maybe in a good position here.
Man, Tirker, he stole it once. Maybe he can steal it again. There will be a little bit of time save from this Bard ult. But
He's
now,
looking to do it again.
yeah, Grisen doesn't want to let him in. And yeah, Tirker correctly realized, hey, if I say Totake and just move forward no matter what, I will just die in the process. And then if I don't get it, then it's just game over at this point. But now the dragon is taken. Emperor ulting in there is an unstoppable force. Tirker jumping in. Can he get any kills? No! 1000 Sterne looking way too strong. And once again, the Bard is chilling, but the mid lane is getting ran over. Somebody even left the game already, and that's not BM, gentlemen,
Oh,
because
well.
this is the game. GG, and with a 10 or almost 11k gold lead, we will see the second win of today for 42 Gaming, and honestly, they deserve it.
Yeah, they played really well. They closed it out, and both games started out strong from the laning phases. Emperor obviously putting up huge in his solo lane, but also the bot side really popping off here. The Kog'Maw Braum is a combo they're gonna have to be faring in this Danish league. So, would not be surprised if that's gonna be banned out in the coming games, as they absolutely popped off here in the duo lane. And I feel bad for the mid lane because Highlander he played all right, not bad, not exceptional or anything, but he was just doing his thing right. He did what he had to do, just played his laning phase perfectly fine, kept up in CS, sometimes had CS leads.
Hey,
Well, we're going into an interview straight away.
We are jumping
Are we
into the
on, or-
interview. Yeah, we are. We're always on.
all right.
Yo, I like to introduce Forden. How are you doing, my friend?
Hello, guys. I'm doing great. Be odd otherwise, right?
So, talk us through those two games today a little bit. What were the thoughts for the players? What, how was the atmosphere, and how are you feeling right now after the games?
First of all, we're feeling great as a team. We just got a victory, right? The first game, we didn't know since Syra's kind of broken right now, but we didn't know if they played, so we had to get it out anyways. We figured out after the first game that we kind of stomped them, right? So we disrespected them second game, which you clearly saw. But we got the dub, so hey, we take it. Yeah.
So, yeah, excuse me?
No, nothing. You go.
Were you ever worried that you will not win those games? Like, beginning from the first ban in Gem Select?
The first game, no. It was kind of clean. The second game, yes, at some point. Getting kind of rough. We didn't focus too much, I guess. But yeah, we pulled it back together after we talked a bit. Yeah.
Interesting, thank you.
So what was the change mid-game that you think made the difference in that second game? Because I kind of ended up being close there.
I think the change was just calming down and not thinking too much about it, just sticking to basics and then just calming down, because some players got kind of tilted in the game, and then you just gotta reset and think about the game, right? So that's what happened there.
Perfect. We will also gladly take some questions from chat, by the way.
Yeah,
While
sure.
we're on it, what is your favorite Wukong quote and why?
What the fuck?
This is an
I don't even know any Wukong
classic.
quotes.
Wait, you play without voice?
Yeah, I do.
What? Well, I like the part where he says "haha" when he goes into his W. But,
Okay.
how can you play him without?
I guess
his
that's my
stupid
favorite
laugh?
one too. Then, even if I had voice, I don't know. I rarely play Wukong, so I wouldn't know.
Oh man, interesting. But do you agree with me that Skarner and Wukong are just above any other jungler right now, just in raw strength?
I agree. Skarner is. I think Wukong is below Skarner. I think there's a lot of champs at Wukong's and does the same role as Wukong does. But yeah, Skarner is for sure like above all the other junglers. Yeah.
I see. We have a question. Why are your arms so small, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know. Are they? I don't know. Maybe they are. I'm sorry, Cheddar. I'm not going gym. My bad. Yeah.
Instantly got flex back on.
Who is the best player in your team, and why is it not you? Love from your manager.
Who's the best player and why it's not me? I mean, it is me. So
All right.
it is me for sure. Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, I'm the one doing the interview, right? So
That's true,
why
actually.
shouldn't I put my own name there?
Listen, that's actually so true. If anyone in your team has a problem with that statement, they should have been
Yeah.
here in the interview. I actually
Exactly.
fully agree with you.
Yeah.
Fully agree.
Oh.
I mean, we said on the team call that the best player should do the interview. So
I see.
they said,
Are you still single? Also, chat question.
yes.
Guys, you heard it here first. You know,
Guys, you heard it. Yeah, guys.
if you want his Wukong, you know, then. Wait, what are your favorite champions to play? By the way, if there was no meta and you could just play whatever's your favorite, who would you play?
Is that something I should tell my enemies or?
I mean,
I mean, they already know. Like, they already know my open.gg is right there. Like, Vi Kindred is what I mainly play right now. We haven't pulled the Kindred out yet, but we'll see. Maybe it comes.
Yeah, I just wanted to say you're playing in a professional team anyway, so your opinion and your likes do not matter. You have a coach telling you what to pick, right?
No, actually we don't.
What?
We don't have a coach.
What?
Not yet.
Do you
we
want
have
to?
Treason though. Like, our support works as a coach. It's fine.
Do you want to swap and go casting? I'm a jungle main, so you know. It's
I'll go casting in the future when I'm washed.
Okay, perfect.
Don't worry about
just
it.
like me. Good.
Yeah, but...
Oh man. Yeah, I mean that's all I have to say. Warlicks, take away.
I mean, I don't think I have anything to add to this banger of an interview. I mean, is there anything you want to say to the fans in the chat or your teammates that are trolling you in chat? You know.
Yeah, like thanks for watching, guys. It was a pleasure doing the interview, playing the games. Thanks to the enemies, they played well. Put up a fight. Matthias, you're the GOAT. All right, that's it.
Hell yeah. Guys, I think that's all we had to hear for today. What an amazing interview here. And you can see they are not only good in the game, they are also good at entertaining us in an interview. So what more can I even say? What an amazing day it was to cast. And we will see you on Monday in a week. Same time, same place. Warlicks, now you have to say something, man. You haven't spoken in the last few minutes. I can't do it all solo. But yeah, you can take it away, and I'm just leaving. Goodbye.
All right. I mean, come on, how am I supposed to work under these conditions, man? Goodbye, Alistair, my guest. It was absolutely wonderful casting with you. I hope you can still hear me, because otherwise it is kind of pointless. But hey, shout out to the people in the chat as well, who have been very supportive and, having very good puns as well. So thank you guys for being there. Thank you for Voltica doing the production in the background as well. And, obviously all the players from Fortitude Gaming played fantastic today. And I hope we can see the same thing next week. And I hope I see you guys next week as well. But for today, I'm going to call it quits and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you guys do the same. And I'll see you guys back next week. Bye-bye.
Showing stories told, watch the fire burn away the cold. I am rising from the dust, despite how much we lost. You will not take away my strength.